Yeah, I've been patient, I've been locked in on the go. Let the setup come to me, that's the only way I roll. Never chase, never fold, keep it chill, keep control. Got that process in my veins, let the profits take a stroll. Woke up charts glowing like they know me well. Discipline a crown, yeah, I wear it proud. River keep flowing, I just follow the route. Not the same man daily, yeah, I'm leveling out. Treat the morning like a moment I've been built for. Wrist tight, mind calm, that's a real score. Everybody wanna flex what they think they know, but the river doesn't brag, man, it just shapes stone. If it's not my setup, I don't touch it, let it pass. Every force trade ends with me looking back. So I breathe in, breathe out, let the market do its dance. And the patience that I practice turn the future to my hands. Ain't the same as last week, whole new mind. Water in the groove, yeah, I flow in my time. Let the fear fade out, let the greed decline. I'm aligned with the grind, stay refined in the climb. Yeah, I've been patient, I've been gold. Let the setup come to me, that's the only way I roll. Never chase, never fold, keep it chill, keep control. Got that process in my veins, let the profits take a stroll. Woke up charts glowing like they know me well. Discipline the crown, yeah, I wear it proud. River keep flowing, I just follow the route. Not the same man daily, yeah, I'm leveling out. Show up, slow up, let the noise blow up. I don't fold up. Wave ride, same tide, every sunrise. Give me new eyes. Stone grind, long time, water carved lines. If you show up, no rush, no clutch, patience be the code that I go by. I don't chase wins, I chase discipline. Let tomorrow be tomorrow, I just settle in. Every loss is just a lesson that'll tighten my spin. Every candle on the chart make me better again. Yeah, I've been
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What up, chat? How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday to you. Ronald, what's going on? How you doing? Good morning. El Nehu, good morning. Tyler, what's going on? Blue Hand, Boogie, Ken, what's up? Makanko, good morning. TTYL, how you doing? Eddie, what up? Miguel, good morning. Rachel says, I'm jacked to the tits. What's up, Chris? Grandma's Beats, how you doing? Crypto Mainly, how you doing? Arnesis, what up? Twinkie, what's up? Oh yeah, the tariff ruling today, 10 a.m. Shitty Reg, good morning. What's up? I'm good, Makako. Thanks for the energy, appreciate it. Yeah, doing well. Had a nice red to green session yesterday. Today I forecast a green to green session, so looking forward to that. Markets opened up a little bit red. Tapped into some demand zone here. That's like a, ooh, is that to the tick? It's like maybe a tick away from a 4-hour demand bounce there on NASDAQ. 1-hour demand on ES. And a sweep of PDL on both indices there. I like both these previous day lows we got going on. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a Jizu. That's a good level to watch there. So this is gonna be a Jizu, man. Let's go, chat. We got a Jizu on the chart. Let's put that on the right. Cool. A little 30-minute demand zone, not super important right here that we might tap into. I think maybe heading up to VWAP and PDL is more and 800, so I think this area appears more interesting than the supply zone. Yo, what up, Evan? Where you been, man? Where you been? Just on vacation? You're just going out to dinner with your friend? What are you doing? Let's get it together, man. You're a mod. Get it together. So unpaid volunteer position. McConaughey, I'm outside Chicago. I would assuming, maybe I shouldn't have assumed, but I was assuming you're in Ireland. Just with that name, it's very Irish, very good, solid Irish name. I would love to visit Ireland. Never been. What's up, Ola? Good morning, Mike. How you doing? Give him a break. He's been dealing with a slick ass. All right. 9 a.m. Central Time. Thank you for the Supreme Court decision on tariffs. You know, I was looking at the, it's tentative still. I was looking at the prediction markets for the Supreme Court decision. Last I checked, it was 75% voting 75%, and now it's down to 27% yes. So 73% or so that they will rule against the tariffs. So, you know, that's if it, and also, we don't know for sure the ruling will come out today. But something to keep an eye on, because that's a mover. No matter what, that's a mover. A big one. Dude, man, it's a great country. Plenty of, how do you say, booze. Evan, sorry it's been a rough time for you, man. Personally and trading-wise. Probably related to each other. Yeah, no, sorry to hear it. Rough start to the year as well for me, trading-wise. Personal-wise, I think I'm holding up okay. Brajesh, what's up, man? Brajesh is a very old-school viewer back in the probably first iteration of the stream. How you doing? That's the market open right there. Let's get after it, chat.
This is all wet and slick and it's ready to go.
What's up, Fart? How you doing? Yuri, what's going on? Miguel, feels like we moved down based on where ES is sitting at before open. Let's see if we do that. Walt, greetings from Budapest. What's up, man? Not looking forward to going back to Los Angeles next week. I will tell you what, though. After living in LA for 7, 8 years, whatever, it is the best place to return from a trip. Does that make sense? Like, you go on vacation, let's say you go to Cancun, wherever, I don't know, pick a spot. When you fly back, at least you're flying back to Los Angeles weather, which it's a lot different than if you go on vacation in the winter here in Chicago, you come back and it's just like massive winds and snow on the ground. That's kind of a rude awakening, maybe. Yeah, I lived in LA for a long time. So, I will say, like, every time I returned home, though, I was like, hey, at least I'm in LA. It's, like, sunny, nice out. You know, feels, the vibes are good. When the weather's nice, makes me feel good. So, what part? I lived in downtown LA, man. I lived in Highland Park for a brief stint, maybe 6 months, but I was always in downtown. Arts District and historic core and civic center kind of downtown. So lived in three different spots downtown. Yeah, just not looking forward to the traffic. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we always were bumping into people in the Arts District. You know, especially when we had when the photography channel was booming, we'd always bump into people who had seen the stuff, which was kind of fun. I started the finance channel when we were out of the Arts District. We were on 2nd and Main there at the building at 2nd and Main across from the police station. All right, so we got a trend line. This is off of some lows. So what I would look for is to tap into that GZU I just drew, kind of break that trend line, break the trend line a little bit, wick into this GZU zone, see what happens. Pedro, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Money had a really bad day yesterday. Sorry to hear that, Money. My day started off rough, down 900. I was kind of pissed, but waited for the next opportunity, and that one trade alone really did a lot of good, bring me back. What's up, G man? How you doing? Catch the wave up. I don't really like trading the first 15 minutes. I really don't, unless there's something clear. So like, maybe a move up around PDL, VWAP, 800. This is a ellipse I drew. If I see any signs of selling. Ooh, this book map's looking weird today, huh? Heat map. Maybe, I did a Motive Wave update last night. Could be related to that. Looks a little cleaner. I wonder if some more filtering is being applied or something. I'm not seeing a lot of orders. Nice job, Tom. JR, you're around the corner from that Apple store downtown. Oh, that new one they put in the, what was that theater they put it in? The Shake Shack? I know what you're talking about. Like, it's off like 6th or 7th Street. Something like that. What does PDL means? It means previous day low. Here's VWAP. VWAP on both here. You drink beer? Occasionally. I haven't really drank much in the last year at all. But I'm not opposed to an occasional beer. What's up, Lupek? How you doing? Nice VWAP projection here. Do you miss LA after living there all those years? Yeah, definitely. But also, I've grown accustomed to my peace and quiet, and where I'm at now, it's chill. It's different. I would like to live in LA like 2 months out of the year, probably. Like from now until like April. I think would be ideal. Yeah, 7th Street. Yeah, nice, JR. Daily bias. I don't have one. Looks like more downside could be in play, but let's just look at the daily again. You can see we just kind of been tightening, and we're coming into like the lows of that. But if the Supreme Court decision does come out today, that will be, that'll just, however it moves from there, I think that's just going to dictate it, So more than technicals. It's just such a big news item. Armin, what up? Good morning. How you doing? No, I don't really look at volume profile based levels. You think it's short? I would like to see this Jizu tapped into right down here. We're right at 700 though in 4-hour demand, so I'm not shorting here. What's up, Jim? Daily looks like a rave concert. You just gotta scale out. Jizu is just it's a green zone of opportunity. Just made it up, man. Just made it up. You like Arizona or Florida? I went to school in Florida for 1 year. I didn't really enjoy living where I lived in Florida, but being in college in Florida was a lot of fun. The school I went to, we didn't have dorms. Everyone lived in apartments nearby, and all these apartment complexes had like tennis courts. And what we did was we bought a bunch of playground kickballs, and we'd go over to the tennis. Like 20 of us would go over to the tennis courts and play dodgeball on the tennis courts, and it was so fun. So we used to do that like a couple times a week. And then we had, our friend's apartment had like a couple of beaches on a lake, and we'd play beach volleyball and grill out and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And then on the weekends we would drive over to Cocoa Beach or Daytona or whatever. So, living there, not my favorite, but just being a college kid there, we had a lot of fun. Arizona, too hot for my liking. What's up, The Natural? Good morning. Jerry Joe says, all I trade is volume profiles, VWAPs, and bookmap. Works well. Yep. I mean, I trade VWAP and heat map. There's 400 something lots hitting the bid there. Sorry, hitting the ask. So we're gonna see if we can get a little higher low on ES here. But really, I think 9 a.m. is just gonna be interesting. I did, speaking of Arizona and stuff, I did spend like a half a day in Flagstaff, and it seemed really cool with the mountains there. If you don't look at the volume area levels, what else? Volume analysis, what VA levels? Value area levels. What else are you using for creating your bias? Supply, demand, just overall price action. $20 minutes till top of the hour news. Is anyone else's book map looking different today? I'm talking about, well, mostly Motive Wave. Like Parshop, does your heat map look different? I updated to the newest 7.016 or whatever it is, My heat map looks different. I'm not seeing all the orders, I was hoping that the update would make it better, more stable. What time is news at? Do you even listen when I talk, Grizz? You have me on mute, son? Top of the hour. Oh, there's maybe something leaking out there. That's 1,000 lots hitting the ask. I'm checking Polymarket here to see if anything changed. Well, could just be some aggression there. I don't see anything from the tariff side of things yet. Can you type it? He has you on mute. What's up, Savvy Talk? How you doing? Jacob, Supreme Court tariff decision could be top of the hour if they rule on it. All right, coming into this trend line and Jizu here. I think the trend lines on Motive Waves can be weird, but I believe that's where I had the trend line. All right, Lupek, you guys quit trolling me. Just whatever chat you're in, on Discord that excludes me and just talks about how you're going to troll me for the day. I don't like it. I'm on to you in your little games. I'm slowly on to you. Evan, why are you removing points from Parshov? You should remove points from Lupac and Grizz. What's up, Alita? How's the week so far? So far, so good. I'm at the halfway point on my 5 Lucid Flex combo evaluations, whatever you want to call them. How do I become a mod? Well, Martin, you probably have to chat a bit more and just become a regular. Just a sane person. I was thinking I was not hiring because it's free. I was thinking that I was modding sane people, and then they've been proving me wrong time and time again. So I don't know. Was your avatar on your camera too? I don't know. It's just it's a 360 webcam. I don't set up like a bigger camera. I think running it this long every day would just like blow out the sensor of a camera after 2 years, and I don't really want to do that. It's not worth it. It takes up a lot of space too. What's up, Harsh? Here we are in the Jizu, guys. This is based off of 2 days previous day lows there. So I would like to see some signs of. I wish my heat map was working appropriately, but I'd like to see some signs of buying here. All right. Mod me. I assure you, whatever your biggest mistake was, I'll double it. Luhan, you're too much of a loose cannon to be modded. Just spitting facts, that's all that is. Excuse me. Dan's a freak. He turned me into a mod after I started asking to see him shirtless. What's up, Legs? How you doing? Perfect fall. What up? What's going on? Crazy open. Yeah, nice. Just like a perfect move up to VWAP and then back down. That's just the cleanest rejection. That's why I love VWAP. People that don't use VWAP, I'm always confounded by. Look at that Jizu. Jizu doing Jizu things. That's for sure. Please sneeze harder, Freaky Dan. Who's the freak now? What's up, Mike? What up, Matt? How you guys doing? Justine, what's going on? I didn't want to have to tell you guys, but this is, look, the basis of how I program the algorithm that runs the market. It's based upon Jizu structure, okay? Ask me how I know. Dude, the Holy Spirit told me don't question it. Jaden wants to know how I find my supply and demand zones. I'll show you in a second here. So what you do is you go out to a higher time frame chart. trying to like the daily. Look for an impulsive move. So a large candle in one direction, and look at the candle before it. You want to find a base and candle. So basis of supply and demand is like rally, base, rally, and then the base becomes demand. Drop, base, drop, or drop, base, rally. So you're looking for the base and candle. So once you find the large move down, you want to see it. I like to see, people can draw it multiple ways. I like to see a base and candle the opposite color, right? So for the move down, I want to see a blue or green base and candle. This becomes daily supply. So you go, I have templates set up, so it's daily supply. The zone is to the upper wick. So that would be daily supply zone. Once we cross through it in future price action, it becomes invalidated. But you can see we tapped into it perfectly, right? And so the same goes for demand. You want to find large green candle, find a base and candle. There's one right here. See, large move, base and candle, opposite color. This becomes 4-hour demand. So I mark that demand 4 hour. See if it ever gets hit here. See if there's ever a good reaction off of there. This time we swept through it and hit the trend line. So we did move off of there, but that's a large move. So we just wiped through that zone. So that's why you don't just buy at demand. You don't just short as supply. But it does help you kind of develop a roadmap for price. So like here, you know, for our demand, which we ticked earlier in Globex, and now we moved through it. So I can delete this zone. So are you looking at order blocks? Yeah, I guess that would be the other terminology. I think people call them order blocks. I call them like a key candle, impulsive candle, whatever. Parshav, I'm sorry, but it's too funny. He's pinning your messages on Twitch. I gotta check this out, man. I want a good laugh. But I was saying, says Parshav. Sure you were. Can you teach me how to draw FVGs and then reverse them? Yeah, maybe. I paid for this on Uncle Dan's Jizu.com. I want a refund now. I didn't even know that URL existed. I think he got scammed by someone else. You're supposed to fall for my scams, not other people's. Hello. That's how this works. That's why I'm here. I'm here to scam, man. All right, so current poly market stats, 26% chance Supreme Court rules in favor of Trump's tariffs. Which way does that send the market, you know? Trump says, we'll owe these countries XYZ. Well, where is that money anyways? Is this still on that tariff shelf? Because I haven't seen any of that money in my pocket. I don't think it's gone to paying down our debt, so which way does that send the market? I don't know. Tariffs get denied, we're ripping face, says Joe. Might could be. Aren't they all Trump's people on the Supreme Court? Well, not all, but you never know. You never know how it's going to break. I mean, I would think Polymarket would have it at a higher percentage, but I don't know. Yeah, Eddie, you're right. I must have a fundamental misunderstanding. That's okay. So, anyways, I mean, does the market shoot up if they say no? Can't do that? Does it go down? Because, oh no, we're going to have to, we spent too much money, blah, 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 we have to get back money. I don't know. We'll just have to watch this play out. I hope they rule today. That would give us some fireworks, make it pretty interesting. People have been hedging, I think with some puts, and VIX has been rising nicely. Partial, I did finally get the affiliate thing set up yesterday, I think. Explode up, says Burrow. This is a good place to move higher. It is, location-wise. The news item is wild, and so what could happen, you know, if you've ever traded big news events like FOMC, you know, key FOMCs, you could get a volatile move, you know, if you're in a long position, you get a volatile move that stops you out, and then we blast higher, and you're sitting there with a red on your hands. And even though you're right in the direction, we did sweep lower first. Or you can get the opposite, you know, we get that blast higher, you know, something up to who knows how. I don't know how big this can move, but, and then you get the drop. So you got to be careful of the, you know, just like that sweep. So I'm like a little tempted to try like a micro position on my personal account. A little tempted. Or maybe it'd be more fun to do it on the combines. I just don't trust the trade copy here to work right. To be honest with you on something like that. Oh, the personal, that's crazy. I don't know, like one micro, even if you move 100 points, that's like what, $200? So it's like not a big deal. Right? If you move 1,000 points, you know, $2,000, but it's not gonna move 1,000 points without the ability to hop out, I would think. So, you know. Open Twitch and see what a founder is. I have no idea what's happening on Twitch, dude. Twitch is way too confusing for me. I don't understand it. But everyone should head over there because what I do understand is it's just a better streaming platform than YouTube. Moneybags over here thinks $200 is not a lot. I literally, I've never watched anyone stream on Twitch, really. And so I don't really know what any of this stuff means. Don't know anything about it. But I'm 6 followers away from 100. That'd be cool. Cool to get out. You could be in the first 100, guys. The ground floor of my massive Twitch career. You know? I was there before he blew up, man. I was there. Everyone's like, cool, bro. Let's get you back to your retirement home. Dan, looking at channel points. Okay. I guess I will have to look into it because the way you guys talk about it makes it seem like it's the coolest thing. So I don't think anyone, if you don't know Twitch like me, channel points probably doesn't mean anything to you. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'm ignoring all your comments about news, mods. Bella, what's up? Good morning. All right, get ready for a potential Supreme Court ruling decision. The thing, there's another market that says, will the court force Trump to refund tariffs? And that's only at 26%, yes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they say no on the tariffs, but also you're not gonna read what's done is done. You know, wouldn't be surprised if that was the case there based off these poly market standings. Lupek, stop baiting me, man. Parshov, you can't try to make fun of girls' math when we saw how you do percentages. Okay, you don't have ground to stand on, my friend. VIX is rising here. Could give us a. I think it's because that the put buying puts there maybe as a hedge, yeah, and it's just the uncertainty of this large decision. 21% chance now they rule in favor, so we'll see if people on poly market are correct. All right. Let's see if it comes out here in 15 seconds or not. I don't know if it'll be right on the dot like some of the data releases, you know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm long 607 on my personal account, 2 micros. Very gambly. There's a jab down here. See if I can stop down or not. I don't think the decision's out yet. Polymarket hasn't updated as far as I can see. It's at 25, 24, no, 22. Okay, moving around there. Continuing to move lower so far. I'm going to look to stop out here. If we put in any new lows, I'll stop out. That can't be existing home sales moving the market. It can't be. It came in 4.35 with a forecast of 4.22. Existing home sales can't move that much. I refuse to believe that. Shut up, Evan. Grace, don't you have to go to the gym or something, man? All you mods need to fuck off. Just fuck off, mods. I'm about to make Parshov the only mod here. Be Parshov and Makanko. They're gonna be my new mods. decision's due out now, but I mean they're on their own schedule. You know, it's like I said, it's not like a data release where it's just boom, they post it right on the hour. You know. Still bear flagging right now. It needs to kind of reclaim this drop candle here back in the 580s to be looking a little less bearish. Just looking bear flaggy right now. Bear flaggy. Right, go ahead and hop out here. Well, let's stay in it. That's what we were talking about. The Supreme Court could also rule that he doesn't have to give it back, I think. A little boost out here. Let's get back in the 580s, recover this drop candle. What's up, Alistair? How you doing? News did nothing, but that's just because it hasn't been released yet. It will do something once it's released, but... New mug, by the way. Courtesy of Pete from One Option. Check out that bad boy. Alright. Kind of worked its way out of that bear flag territory there. Reclaim this drop candle here. See if I can close strong. So I shorted 607. I'm still in the red on this short. Just small size, 2 micros. Stop is 529. Well, giving it back. Giving it back. Come on. Is there like a video broadcast of these opinions? That'd be interesting to put on. It's sitting at 27%. What is the aim for today's giveaway? It's got to be 100. We did 94, no problem yesterday. It's got to be 100 today. We got the people in here to do it. Do they have the willpower? I don't know if they do. I just have to hold on to these codes for a few more extra days. Do you use any TradingView bot code for trading? No, I don't. I was gonna do like a follow-up video on like automated trading. So like last year I was looking at that and I was having a hard time getting my trade signals from TradingView to trigger to an actual brokerage, you know. I don't use Ninja, no. VIX is dropping a little bit here. Maybe as more opinions are released, volatility is going down. I've not been trading options, no. As far as like swing based direction, I have no idea, you know. Got no idea where we're gonna go. Imagine not knowing this decision's gonna come out, and you're just trading regularly, and you're like, it just like wrecks you. 29% now, poly market odds. It's the highest I've seen it in a while. There's a nice pump there. I'm finally in the green on this trade a little bit. And rejected. Back to my entry. Maybe it's not coming out today, and that's why we're getting this reaction. It seems like it might not be coming out. Yeah, no tariff ruling today. So that's what that's about. So would have been nice to get it over with, you know. I guess they're just edging us. Supreme Court are a bunch of whatever. All right, back to our regularly scheduled trading, I guess. I will look to take profit on this trade around VWAP, probably 700, something like that. How do you try to frame a trade now? Well, we wait for more better structure, you know, see which direction we're actually gonna stick with, you know. That's all. That's all we gotta do. So if you look at the last, you know, 30 minutes or whatever as just tariff related stuff, don't have to read too much into it. If you just focus on my Jizu here, I have so Dylan, who's got some paid news sources, credible news sources. posted no tariff ruling today. So I trust his sources. You know, he's at an actual Wall Street prop firm, not an online funding firm. So I trust he has good information. About 50 points on this trade here. Sorry, there's some coffee grounds in my bottom of my cup there. Gross. You don't see it, it's because it's on my personal account. As I mentioned earlier. Check my personal account on my Mac there. No, Conrad's out for like the next week and a half. He's not trading. We're going to take one off here. Just small little profit. Just a little something, something. ES is ready to view up, so. Nice shot, par shot. Sounds like your mate has access to a Bloomberg terminal. Maybe. Ever listened to Maxwell? Is that a band? I don't know it, Tom. I don't know it. Singer? Oh. I don't know. Okay, out of that long, $226 profit on 2 micros. Pretty good. Looks fairly bullish here, just based off of levels we bounced out. It's you know, look at this longer term trend line here. We wake through it and then bought up, so it's all right. Combine all the Commonwealth countries and the UK? What do you mean by Commonwealth countries? Like British? Like, I don't know how to say it. Like UK Commonwealths? I don't really know what all that entails. I have no idea. Ex British Empire? Dude, they got their hands on everything, you know? I always think it's funny. You always hear about in history all these like empires. And then like now they just have a small ass country. Like you hear about the Dutch doing shit and I I remember the Roman Empire. Bro. All right. So overnight lows coming in too here. What's up, Jake? How you doing? Eddie, did you teach? Were you a history teacher? I have it in my head that you taught history. Yeah, I don't know shit about history, to be honest. I'm like not good with history. I'm not as interested in it. So I'm like not as eager to learn about it, to be honest. I'm always like, oh, these dudes fought a war way back when. Wow, crazy. You know, like, all right, whatever. Let's move on. Oh, these dudes killed them because they were different than them? Wow. That doesn't happen anymore. History is good to know because it repeats itself. Yeah, or they say history rhymes, right? Yeah, I mean, it's good to know to an extent. But, dude, if we go back like 1,000 years, dude, I'm so bored. I gotta be honest with you, I'm so bored. I can't help it. I really can't. Bored. I don't care, man. Every religion, pretty much, there's probably a few exceptions, killed another group of people. Every just they just love doing it, man. They love doing it. They love killing other people. It's like their favorite thing. So I talk about political stuff? Not really. We could do that. Just like everywhere else on social media is covered in that. So I like to really talk more about the markets and more lighthearted things because it can be feels a bit much, especially in today's climate where you just need a break from it sometimes, you know. I want to see NASDAQ go for 700 in VWAP here. ES looks bullish. Having to write a letter to a girl then wait for a week's response sounds awful. LOL. There we go, Tom. Yeah. How can you not be interested in history? It's the greatest story ever told, and it happens to be true. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's some like great, like really interesting stories, but just not like I don't find myself like excited by it. You know? History is written by the victor, yeah. Try writing the letter and hiding it in a brick wall. I heard that worked well. Or putting it in writing a message in a bottle and throwing it in the ocean, then it just washes up on the same shore you threw it from. I feel like that would happen more often than not, wouldn't it? Think that what's happening in Iran can affect the market? It can, but like, I think that's probably more so oil, like other things. I think the NASDAQ, it's just so, it's got, you know, the companies in the NASDAQ, I think they're not going to be too affected by anything happening in Iran. Just my thought. I don't know. I don't worry too much about that. Message in a bottle. I love that Christina Aguilera song. Yeah, dude. That was a pop. That's almost correct on the title. Almost correct. Because you know, it'd be funny is if you use like some old, like source some like old ink, some old parchment, and then like it'll get found, and then some, you know, expert is gonna analyze and be like, whoa, this must be at least 300 years old. And you're just like, ha, sucker. I wrote that 5 days ago. All right, Tom, catch you later. $5 on NASDAQ looks decent. Move back here. We got inverse head and shoulders, and I'd probably be interested in looking for a long or something like that. But gotta see that hold. I think long around the 30s could work. Oh, Parchment, please don't call him that, Dan. His name is Parchment. Solid. I didn't even catch that. Solid. Yeah, it's weird that your parents named you after an old old piece of paper, dude. Okay. I'm not gonna yuck their yum, but it's kind of weird. The thing is, Parshav, if you would have said, he's like, oh man, I love it when people call me Parch. Thanks. Like, I that's so cool that, you know, I appreciate the nickname. You know, makes me feel like I'm part of the club. They would stop calling you Parch immediately. But the fact that you expressed distaste in it, it made it stick, man. Cell doesn't look good to you? Not yet. It could be, but if you look at the 15-minute candle, bottom left of my screen here, wick down, bought up, and engulfed. So, you know, that was because, you know, the tariff news is being postponed. So we could go back to our regularly scheduled downtrend for sure. So that's definitely in play. But just the immediate price action, though, right now it doesn't look bearish to me yet. All right, chat, how are we doing on the like situation? We're at 51. We got to get to 100, so we need about 50 more, and then we'll do a lucid giveaway. So here's a chance here's a chance for bulls here to buy. Kind of keep a inverse head and shoulders intact here, and a higher low, and move to 700. If we can't do that, then I like shorts to 500. Storage prices for cameras are bonkers. These prices are doubling every month. What are you talking about? Like SD cards and stuff? Why is it fluctuating so much? I haven't been paying attention. Gotta hold up here for bulls here. Otherwise, it's bearish. Kiss, marry, kill. Blue Peck, Evan, Griff. Gotta marry Evan because financially, I think he's doing well, and he's funny. So I make you laugh. You know, it's important in a marriage. Kill Grizz. He's a little too sassy. Give Blue Peck a kiss. That's so harsh for my my Discord Wrapped said Grizz is my number one. I just killed him off. Crazy, man. Crazy. It's just I don't want to be trolled all the time, you know. Why is Evan pretending like he's got a question mark about that? Oh, that's cute, Parshav. You want to marry Grizz? See, I'm one man's trash, another man's treasure. Been here since Dan didn't have facial hair. You got to me like that. Dude, I feel like I've had this beard this entire time I've streamed. That's funny. All right. I haven't seen what I need to see from buyers here, so new lows may be imminent here. I would maybe consider a short at 600. It's a little risky though. It's just a lot of. I could easily pull back above that. So. $196. I'm sure 5 micros. The problem with this trade, the reason why I sized to 5 micros is just because there's not really a solid place to stop out. You know, like I said, we could easily push right back above 600. We've already had a nice drop here, so it's not my highest confidence play here. If we do move back above 600, I'm gonna look for it to fail again though. I would short that. I didn't see what I need to see from bulls in order to play the long, so let's see. See if we just get a bounce here. I'll look to reshort at a better spot. See you, Luhan. Would you be willing to sign a prenup? Dan? Absolutely not, dude. As far as I see it, there's only like 2 benefits, and one's the money and the other's the jokes. So Without half of that, I'm not interested. I need the even fortune. I need access to it. I will grow accustomed to a certain lifestyle of spending lots of your money. It's a nice rejection there. I cannot play that game. I don't want to kill any of those. That's terrible, dude. That's my family. All right, back to my entry here. Nice heavy close. I would consider adding to this position. Meanwhile, VIX is back up to its highs. Kiss, marry, kill, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Damn. I would kill TikTok and Twitter. Give Instagram a kiss, then kill it too. Jeez, man. No, you kill Twitter, you kiss TikTok, and you marry Instagram. That's how you'd actually do it, but honestly, it's all terrible. Marry LinkedIn. No, you divorce LinkedIn first, going into it. All right, I think we're done with that game. If you kill LinkedIn, is that also elder abuse? Something you have to ask yourself. No, I don't have a LinkedIn part show. I swear every time I come in here, we're in opposite trades. You know, I was looking for a long, and I want us to hold a bit higher for the long, like 620s, 630s. And so, location-wise, I don't love it because ES is essentially like double bottom, right? And we've already got a nice drop. So I don't really love this short, to be honest. You always look for NVIDIA. Yeah, I don't often look at NVIDIA. Like, I don't have it up in front of me. Yeah, NVIDIA looks okay for a bounce here. In fact, I think I'm... Look at ES. I'm just going to kill this one early. ES looks too primed to get a little bounce here off the lows. But I still would be interested in a short, maybe a bit higher. The problem is you have a double bottom on ES, and then you have a higher low on NASDAQ. So I don't know. A heavy close here on NASDAQ, I would maybe consider reshorting. What does macOS have to do with anything? you marry Mango Street, you kill macOS, and you kiss bra from Gorilla. Because the Gorilla's pretty cute. Pretty cute. It's just spitting facts. That's all it is. Can't edit videos? I could edit on a PC. Or I could pay someone. After all, Gorilla does miss you. That's so true, dude. So true. Marry Linux, kiss Mac OS, kill Windows with a rusty spoon. Who would win in a fight between 100 Grizz and one Gorilla? Does Grizz have any weapons? Because obviously the Gorilla. He's American, obviously he does. Well. I'm not giving up on the short side. Not yet. Made AK today. Nice job. You have a custom PC I built 6 years ago. Should I build a new PC or switch to Mac? I mostly just use it to trade nowadays. Don't game much anymore. I don't know. Is your PC like slowing you down? Can you just upgrade some parts on it? I mean, I would only switch to a Mac if you really want, like, are going to use what a Mac offers, you know? Here's my Jizu. My Jizu could be striking again here. It's kind of a test of this previous low on ES. I still like the short side. Yeah, you know, a lot of people talk about CVD. A lot of people have asked me about it. I've had it up before. Where do they keep it? Where'd it go? It's not adding. I don't know. It's weird. Jesus stands for a green zone of opportunity. Just something I made up. It's just as legitimate as a fair value gap. It's not a term for supply. It's more of a term for demand, generally speaking. But, because then I'd make it a red zone if it was supply. But either way. Oh, your motherboard won't even let you upgrade to Windows 11. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like new lows. I like 500 target here. That was a good. I like the engulfing little rejection there. That I think was where I should have gotten in at, above 600. Now we're 30 points off that. So Good time to buy it now for a little 20 points. It seems this is what I was looking for more downside. This is why I was short earlier. I just got in. My location I got in wasn't great, so I didn't have much staying power in the trade. This is what I was looking for, was this new lows. So with ES, gonna put new lows in probably. I do want to see 500 trade. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna be sidelined on this one. The hell? My keyboard just fell on my foot. Why did the sound stop working? Like, where did the music go? Do you guys hear music? Oh, there we go. I have a backup keyboard that's plugged into my PC because right now I use the same keyboard for Mac and PC. I use Synergy, which lets you interchangeably move from one monitor to another across computers, which is like the coolest technology I've ever seen. Anyway, so then I have a backup keyboard in case that stops working, plugged into my PC, and it's sitting on my tower, and it just like bumped it off, I guess. So then it fell, and it muted my computer and paused Spotify. Yeah, it's crazy good. I don't even know how. I don't understand how it could work so smoothly. It's crazy to me. It's literally like the coolest invention. If I invented that, I'd feel so freaking accomplished with myself. I don't think it's Bluetooth. I think it's white. I think it's through the internet, right, Chris? There's the new lows. Again, I want 500 trade. I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get back in up around 600s. What's the P&L? You can see it top right, minus 159, and that's on 5 evals. Trading some Lucid Flex, some 50Ks, Lucid Flex. I like that plan a lot. Do that in a Mac natively. What do you mean, Ella? Like share your mouse and keyboard across a network? Like, would it work from Mac to PC though? Because that's what I'm doing. Like, I think I've done Mac to Mac before. But does Mac to PC? How do you do that? Oh, you have the Switch? I have the Switch too. And then I found out I didn't really need it. And for streams, this is better. Well, I'm kind of bummed. I did really want a short. And I don't... I'd have to just go with a momentum play here. And hope we don't get much of a buy up. I would wish for 3 more wishes, Parshov. Of course, everyone knows that. Oldest trick in the book. All right, well, there's not a great trade here, but again, I got to go with momentum here, see if I can get the move to 500. But risk isn't great. I wonder if I have anything below 500 to look for. The reason why I like this short to begin with, about to get filled out there. There it is. All right, nice little trade. Just the 1 OP was just finally getting the bearish cross, and it started getting a steeper and steeper. It's always going to be like a pretty solid one. Hindsight, I could hold this and just trail. I didn't really have any other targets other than the psych level, so that's like the other way to play this kind of trade. Justine, you got your payout and blew the count. Should have taken a smaller payout, I guess, because I didn't have a lot of drawdown. I don't know, Justine. Usually the consensus here in chat is just take the max payout. And think about it as like an ROI on your cost, and it should be pretty good. So let's say maybe the plan you're trading is about 80 bucks, and maybe it took you 2 times to pass it. So maybe you spent 160 bucks. Maybe you got a $1,000, $1,500 payout, something like that. Pretty good return on investment there. Uh-oh, look at this, guys. Another Jizu down here. I haven't seen that one in a while. Let me see what that one's all about. Okay. I'm not seeing the bots. Where are they at? Who are you saying is a bot? Why are you guys typing in exclamation point gorilla? Did Streamlabs glitch or something? Okay. Speaking of which, we're at 67 likes. Got to get to 100. Trigger the giveaway. Otherwise, we'll just wait till tomorrow, see if we can break it. So yeah, a little bummed with that, just because the idea was right. My first execution was wrong, and then I was a little late to get back in on this, but the inclination, though, was correct, going for the short side. Problem was, Party Shop, are you really free? What are you even doing, boy? You guys are a little unhinged today, I'm gonna be honest with you. Run a prediction? What do you mean? Like for price? 11 a.m. prediction? You talking about like for NASDAQ? Tell you what I want. 11 a.m. I want price to be right around 5:30. How about this? We'll do Will NQ hit 5:30 before 11 a.m. All right. Let's run that poll here. Just do a poll. Will NASDAQ hit 530 before 11 a.m.? Retest it. Because obviously... You mean on Twitch? Oh. I don't even know how to do that, dude. Again, I don't know anything about this. Evan, tell your grandma to say happy birthday. Hope you have a nice time. What the hell is going on here? No, I literally don't know how to do it. Literally do not know how. You just blew 3 prop firm accounts and want to learn how to trade. I will tell you then, prop firms make trading more difficult. I think prop firms are best like if you're more of an intermediate trader. There's kind of a sweet spot for prop firms in my opinion. A beginner, it's gonna have a hard time with prop firms. An advanced trader, they're probably just gonna enjoy trading their own account better. But the intermediate trader might be a little sweet spot for them. Yeah, I literally do not know how to do a prediction on here. Sorry. Everything Twitch related is confusing. All right, we got 62% saying yes, we're going to hit 530 before 11. Got 5 minutes. I guess I was going off Eastern time. Maybe I should have gone off Central. I'm in the next 5 minutes or so. My shorting, I would consider a short at around 530. I'm a 530 rejection, but I'm not sure we get it. We just had one that was 20 points. That seems like, to me, it seems like a little obvious doing the IBL short, but could happen. I'm gonna try Blue Sky stock program. Volumetric only? No, I don't think so. Not right now. But maybe consider it at some point. I just want to focus though. I don't really want to be split on what I'm doing. My copy trading right now, yeah, I'm trading 5 Lucid Flex evals. Botan says, thanks for the free account, Dan. I already passed and activated. That's awesome, dude. I look forward to you getting another payout and letting me know about it. What other live stream has gotten Botan more free money? Obviously, he's doing the trading, but the accounts are free. That's cool. Congratulations. Dan, you got to add the 20-week SMA. No, I don't. I made it this long without it. I'm all right. So 500, not up to 530 yet. This might be the rejection and all right. What else? What else could we potentially bounce at? We have the Sunday Open from January 4th. Look at these 410 wicks. That's kind of interesting. Could bounce there, maybe. What's up, Miji? How you doing? Bro, what is that Roblox Tycoon music in the background? I don't even know what the hell that is. I've never even played Roblox. I'm like Unk status, so I don't even know what that reference is. All right, well, it looks like the 5:30 before 11 a.m. is not happening. Dan, how many Facebook groups do you manage? I haven't had a Facebook account in 15 years, maybe. Banhammer incoming to anyone who has something negative to say about the music. Thanks, Eddie. You should read out some of the Funny Ticks Trustpilot reviews. Hey, chat, we did it. 103 likes. Let's do a giveaway. Now, last time Streamlabs didn't operate correctly. Might try the bot Ricks again. This is going to be for a 25K Lucid Flex account. I'm trading Lucid Flex. I'm just trading at 50K, but Lucid Flex, great. So we'll do that. The winner. What's the winner going to do, you ask? The winner is going to DM me on Discord. All right, type exclamation point gorilla in chat to be entered. Exclamation point gorilla in chat. Does Rachel know you got people in your DM? Oh, yeah. She's one of them. Bizu, brown streak of opposition. Bro, how do you spell the streak, though? I feel like you guys froze out the chat. All those, maybe it just ignores. I wonder if it's just ignoring all the commands. It's actually kind of smart if it does. Anyway. Need about $1,300 to pass. See if we can get it done today. You're not going to get tickets on this one because I'm not using Streamlabs. So you started using TradeSync? Yes, I am. You want to have to make a trade on your main account here, and it'll sync to the other accounts. Yes, correct. That is what I am doing. Parshop, I feel like it's not collecting Twitter entries. Like I don't see it in here. So I don't think you can enter on Twitter. I don't think it'll actually work. Is TradeSync free? No, they do have like I think it's a 2-week free trial you can check out. I have the link if you type in !copier, I believe. If Streamlabs is on today. I think if you do copier, there's a link to TradeSync. I don't know. Streamlabs might be sleeping. Don't want to wake it up. Gotta add Nightbot. Why is it better than Streamlabs bot? So much better. Well, it could. Does TradeSync ever glitch? Yeah, there are glitches sometimes. You gotta be careful. I made a video about it if you want to check it out, and I put some warnings in there. It's just the last full video on my channel is about TradeSync. Full video? I mean, compared to a live stream. It's like a VOD, you know, I don't know. However you want to differentiate it from a live stream. Okay, there's the IBH. There's the 530. This is what the retest I was looking for here. We could test a little higher still. 550s. But for now, 530 is a pretty good retest. I don't know if I want to get in though. Why didn't you short? Well, I didn't have a resting order there because, like I said, we could go higher, and I didn't want to jump the gun. And I was just a little slow getting in. I didn't market order in, you know. Twitch entries do work, yeah. Photo, video, music, trading, anything else Dan has mastered. Big fan, been following for years. Thanks, Darren. Appreciate the kind words there. How long have you been trading for? About 6 years. Same trade finally. Yeah, so I might actually go in with 2 here if I can get the fill. Let's see, I need what did I say? $1,300, $20 a point, so it's $40 a point. That's like what, 35 points, something like that. So this would be pretty good here. I could take a profit in the 80s if I could get the fill. Yeah, what's ES doing, man? Boy, it's kind of sussing me out here. So here's 500. If we could get a little bounce, give me the fill, and then continue on our way lower, that'd be ideal. So let's see. Let's see if we can do that. I'll lower my entry, 513. Yeah, I don't have a timer set on the giveaway, so we'll end it soon. We have 102 people in there. which is about right, including double entries. Hey, if you want a double entry, go over to Twitch, follow. I'm 3 followers away from 100. That'd be cool. And then exclamation point gorilla in Twitch. Get double entries. It is hard to tell what the market will do. I agree. This trade feels a little sus to me. Especially with, I wanted ES to look a little bit better here. I think there's still some money to be made on this. All right, I'm killing that limit there. Right at 500 here. I might just have to scalp with some momentum here. See if we can get a push. Do you often have the problem that trade secret doesn't copy to the other ones? No, I don't often have that problem. Usually it's just something's not set up correctly. So definitely monitor it. Like have trade secret platform open. Have your other platforms you're copying to open and just make sure it's like set a limit order and make sure it's copying, you know. Should have just done the 530 limit. Gotta work on my entries. In December, I think I was doing a better job pulling the trigger on some of these entries. I've been hesitating a little bit more. Partly might be due to just how last week went. Just getting smacked. Run over like completely, like instantly. Rigged wheel time. All right. Exclamation point gorilla. Anybody who did not get in now. You have about 30 seconds. And then we'll run the rigged wheel. So what I'd like to see is one more revisit to the lows. One more push. And then we can bounce or whatever. I don't care. All right. How many seconds should we run the wheel for? Check if I got in. Trader Joe, you'll be in. As long as you typed in exclamation point gorilla, you know, when it was live, then you're fine. There's, you know, whoops. There's a ton of people in. A 1,000 seconds. That'd be so annoying. I need a real answer. So far, I've only gotten joke answers. I need a real answer. Yeah, 67 is not a real answer. Neither is 420. That's way too long, guys. No one wants a wheel spin for 420 seconds. My computer would probably crash. All right, you guys are just really, really ornery today. Got a ornery group in today. We could do 60 seconds. That's the most real answer I've gotten so far. I think 30 is too fast. I like the drama. Call me Johnny Drama. All right. Entries are closed. I got 130 of you. And I will do pick a number between 1 and 10. First person, pick a number between 1 and 10. Parshas says 8. I'm going to do 8 shuffles of the names. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to make this as rigged as possible here. I wonder if we move higher off here. I still want to see Revisit of the Lows, but ES is holding up pretty good. Too hard to tell, though. So let's run our wheel instead. We'll give away a 25K Lucid Flex account. The winner will DM me on Discord. Here we go. Let's see what's not going to be. Or are we just blowing right by? I'll wait till we slow down a little bit here. Not Oscar. Not Taco Tuesday. Not TK. Not Lacey. Not Ken. Not Gandalf. Not We Live to Be Great. Not Lupek. Not Wolf. Grizz is going to get edged out here. Look at Grizz getting edged out. We love to see it. We do. Parshav edged out. You got to edge out these regulars here. Waz F7, congratulations. DM me on Discord for your code. Waz F7. Rigged? What are you talking about?
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit.
All right. Man, that's as close as Parshav and Grizz has pretty much ever gotten to winning. I just changed my name. DM me on Discord though, Waz, and then tell me in chat that you DM me, and then I'll find you and give you the code. 25K Lucid Flex. That's true, Parshav. You have one before. This is where I was trying to short earlier, 513. Took the trade off. I feel like the move kind of happened from IBL already. I think we could, we could see ES try to get above IBL. NASDAQ's kind of weighing things down a little bit. If you win, how long before you can win again? You can win the next day. We have had, someone win twice in the same day, but I think just for everyone to get the opportunity, I think just once a day. This is max will do. If the wheel likes you, the wheel likes you. What can we do about it? I'm not going to deny it. All right, Waz, I see your message. The code is incoming. All right, man, there it is. Trade well. Be like Botan, get a payout. Boom, boom. I don't know. I'm thinking of shorting against the TK. Well, right now it's looking pretty good. And IBL is holding up there in ES. 500. You know, I'm looking for the 1OP to cross up to tell me to stop shorting, honestly. But I could also just play the bounce, too. You could play games recently in here. Botan, no, we haven't done it since, I think before Christmas, we played Time Guesser. I can't remember if you were there or not. I could have run the wheel again now that, I think 21 people left, so could run the wheel one more time, but I also don't want to blow through these giveaway codes too fast. What do you guys think? Do it. Okay. Well, I need I'm going to shuffle again, and I'm going to change the time on the wheel. So we'll go to 67 seconds for the meme's sake. And I'm going to shuffle it 6 to 7 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Don't worry, Dan. I bought a Lucid account with your code, so you're good. All right, Jacob, appreciate it. That's what I was saying, yesterday, guys. If we want to keep doing giveaways, Lucid has to know that, I'm going to send people their way too. So if you do decide to buy a Lucid account, use code Gorilla. That way they'll keep giving me giveaway codes. All right, here we go. Let's go. Meanwhile, going above IBL there on ES, NASDAQ. 500 hold there. All right, let's see what's not going to be. There goes Lupac. There goes Bogzaddy. There goes Grandma's Beats. Real Story Channel passed you by. Sorry. Trader Joe passing you by. Hugo, Miji, Legend. Random Kid Chris. Sorry. Gabrielle, I don't think so. Or Gabriel. Daniel, no. Botant. He just won. He could win again, but edged him out there. Looks like it might be Trav Dog here. Trav Dog, GG's. Have you won before? I feel like it sounds kind of familiar. Trav Dog, you're the winner. Send me a DM on Discord. I'll send you a 25k Lucid Flex eval. GG's. GG's, man. Botan would have said spin it again. Well, that's because Botan's just a man of the people there, and he's not greedy. Not here. Chat is so quick to say he's not here. Trav Dog, are you there? Trav Dog. Paging Trav Dog. Paging Dr. Trav Dog. Your party is waiting for you. There he is. All right, Trav Dog, send me a DM on Discord. First win. Nice. Okay. Hey, it pays to watch the smaller streams where you have better chances of winning shit. The other upside is I rarely yell at you. Very rarely do I yell at chat. We're pretty chill here. Not so senior dev. We're done for the day. We just ran 2, but normally you just type in !point gorilla in chat is how you do it. But yeah, that's how it's done. Here comes the 50% retracement of the was it the 15-minute candle or the 30-minute candle? 30-minute candle. I like watching these. These are good for scalps. Usually 10 points or so. I'm just going to see if I can get it down. I'm just looking for a really quick trade here. It's got too much juice, man. Too much juice. It's really pumping here. Yeah, I'm out. Out for a loss there. Just looking for a quick trade back down to this wick here in the 30s. But it's just picked up right there, so no bueno on that one. Have to do some work to make $1,600, $1,700 or so. $1,650 should get them past. We do have 30-minute supply right here too. 30-minute supply up ahead. Trap Dog, I got your DM, man. Let's send you the code. All right, great. And trade well. Try to get to payout. You got this. Okay. I think we'll have some longs on the table here. If we could pull back a little bit, we just pulled back to that level I tried shorting around, but I wouldn't mind another shot buying a pullback here. Taco just got a 30-pointer. Nicely done. All right, guys. I only have like 5 codes left. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 codes left. Can you like longs to VWAP? Potential. Potentially could have that in play. Just watching ES here. Just make sure we could get a little pullback here. A little pullback around 52s. If not, man, then yeah, VWAP is not far away, 7 points or so. Well, if we went long at 501, very nice. Very nice. You love to see that. I would like to look for a pullback to long. $540, maybe something like that. Right along with 2 minis. That's what I would do. Does that seem like far enough for a pullback? I think that seems all right. So I need, how many points do I need? Let's see, I need to make 1,600. It's 40 points. So 40 points, right? About 40 points, I think. We might not be pulling back that hard. Try it here. Nice little move here. Well, 30-minute supply, I hope isn't too much of a problem. Might take one off as ES gets into VWAP. It's always tempting on these combines to try to pass in one trade or make it all in one trade. You don't need to do that. On a flex account, you're saying you can't get more than 1,500 in one day. Yeah, on the 50K, and that'd be profit, right? So I'm down 110, whatever. So 1,600 in one trade, it'd still put me up 1,500 on the day. All right, if we pull back here, I'll just look for another entry to get long, lower, you know? You know, that supply zone worked well. Look at that little shake out there. Almost stopped me out, honestly. Should be good, should be good. Give me a good close here. Got some buying coming in. Again, VWAP right here on ES. It's not a terrible idea to take one off on NASDAQ as we come into VWAP. You know, I think we're good. I think this trade's fine. I think if I left it alone, I'll hit my profit and be done. These evals. Sometimes I get my own way on these, you know. Supply zone's being a little annoying. A little annoying here. You have an average profit you shoot for in the month? No, with prop firms, it's more just about like trying to get payouts on them, right? So I'm just trying to multiply the payouts. It's my goal for the first part of this year is just get, you know, a 5x payout on one of these firms. All right, well, I might have to get in, try to get in a little bit lower. Stalling out a little bit. Yeah, there I'm out. Pretty much break even there. Try again. Stupid supply zone. Ruining the fun. Wait for the drop to 36. Yeah, that's what I was thinking before. That's what I was thinking before for an entry. That'd be great. Maybe let it wiggle around and then let it go in at like 26. You think we're gonna pull back that hard? 26? I mean, I'm here for it. I will definitely look to grab that long. I don't think it'll be. I mean, there's plenty of upside, right? So if we can get in low enough, it should be easy enough of a hold. So I do think that there's that upside opportunity. Just gonna have to pull the trigger. A little bit more. Keep going a little bit more lower. A little bit lower. Don't just pop from here. That'd be harder to pull the trigger on. Why do you have ES chart on Bookmap and Bookmap open, but seem to trade NASDAQ? Well, they definitely influence one another. And the NASDAQ Bookmap, I have a harder time reading. It's the books aren't as like, the orders aren't as big, and the movement's a lot faster. And I find ES and NASDAQ are pretty well, you know, correlated enough where you can really glean some edge on it. And like knowing that if ES comes into VWAP, you can expect NASDAQ to maybe pull back if VWAP pulls back. And if you don't look at ES, you might not know why we're pulling back. Or if, you know, if you know, ES is hitting supply or demand and you're like, you know, why are we bouncing? Should I have taken profit here? Sometimes I'm in a short and I don't realize that ES is coming into demand and we get a bounce and I'm like, I probably should have targeted ES's demand, even though I'm trading NASDAQ, because it was just been a nice clean trade and I wouldn't have to weather a pullback, or maybe we actually reverse from the demand zone. So they definitely inform one another, and ES is just easy to read from the heat map perspective, I think. This might be a start with one and then add a second once we start confirming, because I don't know how far this might pull back. It's also possible that like this is our VWAP test and it happened on ES and now we're done. That is possible. This is right around where I'm looking here, 36, 37. All right, I'm gonna try one little feeler here and then I'll add if we do get a bounce here. Let's see. I might be pulling back harder. Where the buyers at? There's IBL. Come on. This looks like a stop out here. Paging buyers. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. All right. Well, we'll wait. Might have just been a tad early here. All right, Jacob, catch you later, man. Have a good one. That 30-minute supply zone was just really clean rejection there, man. Makes me wish I just sold short that instead of playing the long. I'll try one more time here. Oh, is that a micro? Damn, I'm cross trading. Got out of that with micro. That's disappointing. Did not know my cross trading was still on. This is a rejection. Maybe I'm wrong about the upside here. Trend is still down, you know. This could be a short. All right, I'm gonna flip to the short side here. Hope I don't just get run over, but Nasdaq is still in a downtrend. I think it's reasonable, but this is originally where I was looking. You know, the long was looking good, but I'm starting to doubt that. And since I'm short, this is a good time to take a pee break. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back here. Didn't quite get the flush yet. Small amount of profit. Are you trading one firm or multiple? Right now I'm just trading one firm and it's Lucid. Break this trend line, I think I add to this position. But also going to be a little guarded here because I'm not entirely sure what I want to happen is going to happen here. So I'm just going to protect myself here. So ES is right at this trend line like NASDAQ is, so let's see if it breaks or not. Nice close through this would make me add a contract. What about you guys? Chat, what are you guys thinking here? Anyone else short? Closed into the line here. Peter says short since 663. Oh, I like it. I like it. So you're sitting pretty. All right. Yuri's not shorting right now. Would want to see a long. Yep. Mr. Shits is shorting gold. OLS is short from VWAP here. All right, cool. Let's see if we can follow through here. Just a little wiggle around this trend line here. Closes red, decently red, you know, to its wick around there. I will probably throw the other contract on. pronounced skits. All right, shits, whatever you say. Just kidding. All right, Mr. Skits. It's looking good, looking good. Finger on the sell button here. Gonna wait for the candle close. 10 seconds here. All right, pretty good. I'll add the second there. Not a liar. Go for the pass. Come on. It's going to be a little close here on... I have these... There's some fluctuation in the accounts. My lead account's kind of ahead profit-wise. So I don't want... I'm worried I might make too much on it. Kaga says, Dan, truly just want to say thanks for the streams. It has helped me become a more calm and composed trader. Love your vibe and chill energy. Thank you. Hope 2026 is filled with blessings. Hey, man, thanks. Back at you. Appreciate it. We got a good chat here, good community here and in the Discord, and I appreciate everybody who's part of that. Even the mods. Even the mods. You have a strategy for when you're scaling? In this case, it was a confirmation, you know, so like I said, I just want to see us like kind of close beneath this trend line here. Like decent looking candle, and that was decent. I'm not great at scaling in, to be honest. Like, I've struggled with that. So it's something I'm working on, you know. The order flow heat map, is that built into standing motive wave? It's a standard motive wave. You need the order flow version, I think, or higher, like order flow or pro. Very close to the pass here, a couple $100 away. Couple hundy. Might be easiest to take off one contract. Might be easiest to do that. Here, I took one off. I think it'll be easier to control my profit here. Make sure I... Also, I just want to make sure I get green, though, too. So, there's a strong bounce. Okay. So close to my take profit. So close. I'm trying to do the math quickly here as my balance moves around. I can't tell. Let's see, I think I need to move this down a little bit more to make up for the contract I closed out. I'm just going to look for the numbers to hit 53, and I'll try to flatten. So close, chat. Matt, what's up? Thanks for joining the stream. More points or so, I think. I am glad I was able to flip short quickly. You know, I was looking for those longs, tried a long, and ended up being on a micro, killed that trade, and then reassessed. And I'm glad I was able to do so. So close to passing these. Careful, there's demand at 60 on the daily. That's fine. I'm looking for 63.5. So problem is we do have lows of the session right there. And I'd much rather take profit there. Come on. Just a little bit more. Looks like my lead account's now lagging behind, which is weird. It must have benefited from some... The other accounts must have benefited from some, like, slightly later fill. Well, should I flatten here and wait for the next opportunity? Right at the lows. ES still looks a little bearish here with it kind of bear flagging right now. Oh, I got stopped at 590 Botan. That's brutal. Patience here. Patience. So what you're saying is I should follow all your trades? Absolutely not. Definitely don't follow my trades. Last week I had a terrible week. There. Oh, no. That's a bad fill. Bad fill. I was at 53 on everything. I think maybe the balance, like, froze or something for a second, so I flattened. And now I'm short 150 bucks. Oh, shit, man. That sucks ass. All right, well, obviously I got to go for it. Here's low. We're at the lows. It's really hard to short here. Again, you know. I need 150 bucks. Would you trade this way once you get funded? Similar trade, honestly. You know, the actual setups I think are the same ones I would take on a funded. Size might be a little smaller. The chart on the left is an order flow heat map. It's showing you. It's supposed to look different than this. It's supposed to show resting orders and then show orders once they get filled. The bubbles are filled orders. Damn, I kind of messed that up, didn't I, chat? Should just let it alone. Fuck. Man, 4 points too many. Well, lucky for me, I have a 4 point. I think that's a 4 point. It's supposed to be a 4 point take profit. We'll see if we can do it here. Targeting, you know, around Sunday open area. It's just it's so sketchy though. I could easily lose like 400 points really fast. 400 bucks really fast. Filled here. Yeah. Bouncing. Bouncing. Come on, 4 points. Shit, man. That really went against me there. Like I said, easy to do when you're doing that. All right, so now I'm about 550 away. I think I'm gonna end the stream there at 10:52. But I'll still try to get the pass. I could do it on stream. It's honestly harder with all the pressure. And sometimes I'm a sloppy, a little sloppier trying to do this. That fill. Look at that top ticket exit there. Gross. Downtrend's likely to continue. Don't overthink it. Right. But where do you then get in to participate in that? 69s? I'd be willing to size up to 4. I'd be willing to do that. With 3 contracts, I need what's that, 60 bucks a point. So like 10 points would do it. See if we can get the pump here. How'd you develop your strategy? Just years of learning from different resources, and then you kind of combine stuff that makes sense to you to make your own. I think that's how like most people I know do it. Is you just start like once you learn something that you see work, you can't just erase that, right? So like once I see supply and demand work so many times, I can't just be like, well, that doesn't. I can't. You can't just ignore it. These orders aren't canceling correctly. Just gonna go for the push here. This is 4 minis. My orders are all messed up though, so. Come on. Don't stop me out. These commissions will add up. Commissions will add up. Trading for. Cancel order, dude. Hey, when it does this stuff. Do you use ICT concepts? No, I don't. Teachers I learned from were sane. A lot of rejection. We should get the flush down here to 30s. Try it again here. Come on. Sometimes the last little bit's the hardest part. Like I said, I usually do this off stream because it can get a little ugly. I don't want people following this or anything. Well, come on, ES. Eddie says, "This is how I do it on evals." Yeah, this is how the sausage is made sometimes. Are you funny? Yeah, that's why I'm looking to pass these evals here. That's why I'm trading like this. Doing it for the pass, baby. I don't really like what ES is doing. It's just a lot of sweat for those $600 bucks, man. And to be, you know, to have had the trade originally that I just flattened, you know, kind of didn't work out, you know, I was right there, you know, so it feels like, you know, if I blow these today, that would definitely feel really frustrating because I was there already, you know, I didn't need to touch anything. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get it here. Yeah, I got the yearly open, the Sunday 1-4 open right there at 32. I haven't marked on the chart. A lot of heat for this. I'm killing it there. All right, chat. I'm going to end stream here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll be back tomorrow. See how these evals end up. But have a good rest of your trading session. And I'll see you then. Later.